Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Michalowski from ForexLive.com. Today's date is May 2nd, 2023. This is the technical report where I take a look at some of the major currency pairs. Let's get started. I'm going to start with the Aussie versus US dollar. Why the Reserve Bank of Australia was in play last night. They were expecting no change in policy at 3.6%. They did raise rates by 25 basis points, and that caused the Aussie dollar to move to the upside against all the major currency pairs against the US dollar, which we're looking at here in this chart. The price based for those lucky traders who leaned against the 100-hour moving average rate here. They were rewarded with a big sharp move to the upside on the surprise hike. So it does pay to put in a lean against a technical level. Also, this level was a swing area going back in time. You can see where it goes back in time right here. So we had a couple reasons why the buyers could buy, and they had a little bit of a cushion ahead of the release, but and no change was expected. So it was a surprise, and it was a surprise to the upside. I guess you wouldn't expect them to cut rates, so maybe there was a little bit of wiggle room. Anyway, lucky traders traders who made their own luck saw the price move sharply through the 200-hour moving average. You recall from yesterday, the price moved above that level, but failed fairly quickly and rotated back down. So the break above the 200 was significant, and we also broke above this swing area through here, going back in time. Put it on my arrow, makes it easier. Back in time, we had a number of different swing lows and swing highs that form this swing area all through here and here and here and here and here and here. Got a little messy in trading last week with market move below, and this time broke and fell sharply to the downside. But getting back above that level seems to be important because on the dip in trading off of the 61.8% retracement level, the price came back down to that swing area and found support buyers against that level. So we're going to use this level as our intraday support as long as the price remains above the 0.6676 to 0.6680 level. In trading here today, the bias remains more in the favor of the buyers, and we'll look for a rotation back toward the 61.8% retracement. And see what happens against that level. Just above that level is another swing area that goes back in time as well. So we'll watch that. And also the what's probably more important is the 200-day moving average that comes at 0.667339. We tried to move above it here, and we failed, and then a little try above here. So that would be a key barometer going forward for the Aussie versus US dollar. If we're able to get above that level, increases the bullish bias. Of course, we have another interest rate decision coming tomorrow from the Federal Reserve, so that may negate the upside here that we're seeing in the Aussie versus US dollar. Maybe a reason why we're seeing the ceiling in place here today. So it does seem like may have found a trading range for this currency pair, but at least we know the range, and we can use that range to our advantage in our trading here today. Let's take a look at the Euro versus US dollar next, and for that currency pair, we saw seeing continue up and down. But what we can say off of this chart is a high and a lower high and a lower high and a lower high, and today we have a lower high as well. And the high price in trading here today did move briefly above the 200-hour moving average and into this swing area through here, but found willing sellers against that level and rotated back to the downside. Go and test the 38.2% retracement of what was the April trading range for this currency pair. If I go back in time, you'd see that. But it also saw the price, though, fall below this swing area here, where in trading lows last week, had a number of different swing lows going in between 1.09618 and 1.0965 area, and we continued that in trading yesterday. So the break below this level should have sent the price more to the downside. Now it did, but we found it couldn't get below the 38.2% retracement. As you can see, we're trading above and below this swing low floor right here. So I'm a bit disappointed on the break and the follow through on the downside here, which you can see it in the price action over the last couple hours as the price rotates back and forth above that swing area. Watch that area, nevertheless, for different bias clues in trading here today. Do we break and move lower, or do we continue to move back up and go back up and test the 200-hour moving average? I would not expect, given the lower highs right here in the 200-hour moving average test and rotation to the downside, that we get up to that level. But this area is also important as well. So sort of mixed right now. Sort of disappointed in the euros price action. We'll see. We'll see what happens as New York traders get into the trading day here today. The dollar versus yen moved to the upside, making yet another new high here at 137.67. I will, or 76, I should say, and I'll swing to the 4-hour chart here, and you can see that we got closer to the high price going back to this day right here, which is March 8th, where the high price peaked at 137.91, and then we started this rotation to the downside. So nearly retraced the whole move to the downside in trading here today, just falling about 15 or so pips short of that level before rotating back to the downside. What is key here today, if we've got sellers here, is the support here against the 200-day moving average. In trading yesterday, the price came up to that 200-day moving average, rotated to the downside, and then broke through that level and stayed above that level. So the 200-day moving average at 137.014, also this swing area down to 136.91, is a key support level for the dollar versus yen. If the price can stay above that level, the bias remains more in the direction of the buyers here, and we'll see about getting through the 137.91 level as our next target on the top side. So there you have a look at some of the major currency pairs. My name is Greg Michalowski. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.